Most people think ramen is just instant noodles in a cup. But in Japan, a single bowl can require days of preparation, a deep understanding of chemistry, and mastery of regional tradition. Here's what most people don't know. Ramen isn't categorized by what you see floating on top. It's defined by invisible elements, the tare seasoning, the emulsification of fats, the hydration level of noodles. A master ramen chef isn't just cooking. They're engineering flavor at a molecular level, boiling pork bones for 20 hours until collagen breaks down into gelatin, fermenting miso for months to develop umami, calculating noodle thickness to match broth viscosity. Today, we're breaking down every type of ramen, from the balanced classic to the science experiment that turned broth milky white. This isn't fast food. This is craft. Before we dive into types, you need to understand that every bowl of ramen is built from five essential elements. First, broth provides body and umami. This is your foundation. Second, tare. This is the seasoning that defines the flavor identity. When people say shoyu ramen or miso ramen, they're actually talking about the tare, not the broth itself. Third, aroma oil, the fat that adds richness and fragrance. Chicken fat, pork fat, garlic-infused lard. This is what hits your nose first. Fourth, noodles. They vary in thickness, hydration, and texture. Each style is carefully matched to the broth. Fifth, toppings. These add contrast, texture, and personality. Different ramen styles manipulate these five elements in unique ways. Understanding this is the key to understanding ramen. Let's start with shoyu ramen, often considered the foundation of modern ramen. The defining element is its soy sauce-based tare, not the broth itself. The broth is commonly made from chicken carcasses, sometimes combined with pork bones, dried sardines, kelp, or bonito flakes. The shoyu tare includes soy sauce, mirin, sake, sugar, and aromatics. The aroma oil, chicken fat, or pork fat. The noodles are medium thin and curly. They hold onto the broth perfectly. Tokyo-style shoyu ramen became popular in the early 20th century and is still seen as the default ramen style. It's prized for balance rather than intensity. Nothing overpowers anything else. It's harmony in a bowl. If you're new to ramen, start here. This is the standard against which all other ramen is measured. Miso ramen emerged much later than other styles and reflects Japan's mastery of fermentation. There are different types of miso. White miso is mild and slightly sweet. Red miso is bold, salty, deeply fermented. Most shops use blended miso, custom mixes unique to each shop. Here's where the technique gets interesting. Miso is sometimes stir-fried with garlic, ginger, and chili paste before being added to the soup, intensifying the aroma. The broth often includes pork bones or chicken with added fat. The noodles? Thick, high hydration noodles to withstand the heavy broth. Signature toppings include corn, butter, cabbage, bean sprouts, and ground pork. Miso ramen originated in Hokkaido, where cold winters demanded calorie-dense, warming food. This isn't delicate. This is survival food elevated to art. Now we get to Tonkotsu ramen, the most labor-intensive ramen style and a masterclass in food science. Pork bones are boiled violently for 12 to 20 hours. This breaks down collagen into gelatin and emulsifies fat into the liquid. The result? A milky white, creamy broth without any dairy. That cloudiness isn't a mistake. It's chemistry. The violent boiling creates an emulsion, fat molecules suspended in water, held together by dissolved proteins. It's the same process that makes mayonnaise work. The aroma oil is pork back fat or garlic-infused lard called mayo. The noodles are thin, straight, and low hydration, often served with firmness options. Katame for firm, futsu for regular, yawarakam for soft. Toppings include chashu pork, wood ear mushrooms, green onions, and pickled ginger. The flavor profile is extremely rich but balanced by acidity, garlic, and pickles. Tonkotsu is science you can eat. Shio ramen is the oldest style and the most technically demanding. The name means salt, but don't let that fool you. This isn't just salty water. Clear broths are made from chicken, seafood, or light pork, often with dashi elements like kombu and dried fish. The Shio tare is made with salt, but layered with seafood extracts or fermented ingredients. The aroma oil? Light oils like scallop oil, chicken fat, or citrus-infused oils. Noodles are thin and straight to maintain clarity and elegance. Here's the thing about Shio ramen. It focuses on clarity, purity, and ingredient quality. Any flaw is immediately noticeable. There's nowhere to hide. That's why it's considered the ultimate test of a ramen chef's skill. Japan has hundreds of regional ramen variations, shaped by geography and local taste. Hakata in Fukuoka is famous for tonkotsu with thin noodles and kitama, noodle refills. You order more noodles to add to your remaining broth. Hitakata serves shoyu broth with thick, flat noodles. Onamichi has shoyu broth with pork fat floating on top. Wakayama created a hybrid tonkatsu shoyu. And Sapporo, miso with butter and corn. Regional ramen reflects local pride, climate, and available ingredients. Each style tells a story. And then there's tsukmen, not a broth category, but worth mentioning. Noodles and soup are served separately. The soup is thicker and more concentrated. You dip the noodles in. This style was popularized by ramen innovator Kazuo Yamagishi and emphasizes noodle texture. Ramen was originally inspired by Chinese wheat noodles. It became popular post-World War II due to wheat imports. Today, ramen ranges from 500 yen street bowls to Michelin-starred restaurants. Each ramen shop is like a signature. Recipes are often secret. Ramen is not just food. It is a system of flavor engineering. Every choice, from salt type to noodle hydration, affects the final bowl. The balance between tare and broth, the emulsification of fats, the fermentation of miso, the clarity of shio. Understanding shoyu, miso, tonkotsu, and shio ramen opens the door to appreciating Japan's culinary philosophy, balance, intention, and respect for ingredients. A master ramen chef spends years perfecting a single style, 20 hours boiling bones, months fermenting miso, days testing noodle hydration levels, all for one bowl that gets eaten in 10 minutes. That's not fast food. That's devotion. No two bowls are ever truly the same, and that is the soul of ramen. Which type of ramen is your favorite? Have you tried regional styles beyond the Big Four? Let me know in the comments. And if you're hungry for more deep dives into food culture, subscribe.